So this is an inbound campaign that we have going, where you don't have to worry about making about cold calling. The cold calling is already done, but these are client people that need calls back where they're just ready to go. So it's not a cold call. This is actually a warm call, and the sale is ready to happen. What we did was because it was so many leads coming in, and I couldn't possibly handle them all on my own. Now we're selling those to other clients and in sales packages. So this is our whole program. We're Team Lead Savages. Lead Savages is a campaign run up under Lions Pride Realty, which is a referral company, um, which is a real estate referral company which doesn't compete with other companies. So our goal, can I present it? Let me maybe I gotta hit the present button. So our goal is to create $1 million producers. Quite simple. That's pretty much it. Our strategy is to help them find off-market properties that aren't listed on the MLS, whether they're for sale by owner, blah, blah, blah. But that's our goal and that's our strategy. So we're going to create $1 million producers by giving them access to a market that nobody knows exists right now. The way we do that is we have our two sides of campaigns. We have the distressed sellers, and then we have the ready, willing, and able buyers. We don't want to give them trash deals. We want to make sure they're getting the top quality. So the way we find out distressed sellers is that we pull lists. We pull absentee lists, vacant, high equity, liens, pre-foreclosure, divorce, and bankruptcy, etc. So any type of distressed seller, like that's not all of them, but that's just a few to name. But any type of distressed seller, we're pulling them from a list and we're adding them to the campaign. So we pull at least 10,000 leads for each campaign every month. And an example of a pre-ready, willing, able buyer is somebody that we pre-vetted. We deal mostly with investors. They have to have an actual account with a proof of funds, not just a proof of funds letter that you can get on the internet, but an actual account with a proof of funds. And then for regular buyers, we have pre-approvals, and we have to be vetted hard money lenders. If they are an investor that's buying rentals, then we want to see an established portfolio. We want to see their business entity or their business line of credit. So any buyer that comes through our program has already been pre-vetted, and we know that they're legit and they're not just wholesalers trying to top a property. So this is our action plan. Step one, sign up for PropStream. Then provide us the login details. Then for them to provide us their MLS login details. If they don't want to give us direct access to their MLS login, they can sign us up as an unlicensed agent and get us access that way. And then once they do that, they pay our initial skip tracing fee, and then we start the campaign. Our campaigns start every Monday. It takes at least 3 days to get a campaign set up. So campaigns start every Monday, but we need at least 3 days before we start them. So the territory plan, we want them to select their counties, and once they provide us the counties that are in, we'll get the list and skip trace the following, and we'll add the feasible, expires, and distressed sellers. If you look over here to the right, this is our current production. You'll see how many leads we're generating. Now, all leads are not created equal. So even though you see these numbers, 250, like they're high numbers, they're not. I don't want you to think that those numbers are exactly how many leads you're going to get. Those numbers are not exactly how many leads that the client is going to get. Those numbers are the leads that we're actually pulling in. Out of those leads, we still have to vet those leads and narrow those down until who's actually a legitimate buyer, or these are not buyers, these are all sellers. So we have to narrow that list down to the actual sales that make sense. Whether it's a listing, whether it's an investment, we still have to narrow those leads down. So once we get the territory set up, then here's a timeline. Within 7 days, you'll have gone on at least four appointments. If you haven't gone on them, at least 4 appointments will be set up. Within 2 weeks, you'll have at least 8 appointments, and we'll want you to have at least one listing. In 30 days, the goal is for you to have 4 listings with at least one property under contract. Our target is to have you get at least 1 listing per week. And if you're not that great with listing, if you need help, we have a support group on Facebook where you can go in, and we'll provide you support, helping you to deal with rebuttals, help you deal with smoke screens, help you to learn all the things and sales that you need to close your deals and turn them into listings. So the biggest question everybody wants to know is, how much does this cost? So again, we pull 10,000 leads every month through PropStream. We charge a $1,000 skip tracing fee of one time after your first initial setup. Then we take care of that. That's absorbed in your costs, but it's $1,000, basically roughly $1,000 a month to skip trace the 10,000 leads. And then also there's extra money to pull the FSBO for sale by owner lists. We're pulling your expired list, but we also have to skip trace those as well. So skip tracing runs on average 10 cent per record. Now, we only start you out, if you go to the website, you're going to see different packages. However, there's only 2 packages that we bring people in on. The other packages are once you've been a client for at least 30, 60 days, and we see that you're actually closing listings, then we'll give those to you. So our buyer's agent, that is no cost. You're basically going out there to look at properties for investors, and you're doing all the research, making sure it's a good property. You're presenting the offer, and I'm sorry, you do not have to present the offer. You just have to put everything together. We have a transaction coordinator who does everything. You will be put down as the buyer's agent on the closing disclosures, and on the HUD, whichever you prefer to call them. That we charge a 35% referral fee. Um, and once we set up your area, you'll get anywhere between 3 to 5 buyer appointments per week. We still provide you with one-on-one coaching, and basically your sponsor is paying for all your leads. So an investor is the one paying for the leads. You're just working for that investor. The next campaign is a top producer campaign. This is where we're actually pulling the list, not for an investor. We're putting the list for you directly, for you to get listing appointments. We give you a minimum of 4 seller appointments per week. There is a peer mentor access group, the same as the buyer's agent. And I'm sorry, that says one-on-one coaching. I got to change that. That should be a peer mentor access group. And once you start with the listings, once you're paying into it, your referral fee goes down to 25%. So we're just getting this started, just started our campaigns, and we want to build pet testimonials and start case studies. So what we're doing is an introductory offer where it'll be, instead of us pulling 10,000, we'll only pull 2,500. Instead of a startup fee of 1,000, it's only 250. We will do the dialing for 1 week to get you 4 appointments. You're not paying any expenses for that week. The 250 is all you're paying. And then at the end of that week, if you're satisfied, then you'll pay your 350, and we'll go ahead and upgrade you and pull the other 7,500 leads. If you're not satisfied, then you just move on, because we don't ask you for any card information up front to make any payments until the first week is over and you tell us that you're satisfied. So that is our Lead Savages campaign. What you guys have been doing is, Tin and Ali, you're the ones making the phone calls to develop the leads. So I'm also going to have you where you're doing the outbound calls for people that are interested, so that you can answer their questions and kind of sign them up for the program. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns on what we're doing?
Yeah, so basically, is that for calling or doing a call calling to, just like I did before for
Oh,
buyers?
sorry, say that again, Alex. Speak up. I could, hold on, let me turn my microphone.
Oh, can you
Okay,
hear
go
me
ahead.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, is that the same, just like before, calling the buyer's agent campaign?
Ali, it is the exact same thing.
Okay. So yeah, so we're calling the buyer's agent and then let them know that we have this kind of service, right? Just like I did before.
Yes, only difference is, before we were just looking for buyers agents. Now we're looking for agents, period, because we're charging them to give them listing appointments as well.
Okay. All right. Okay. But that is the only test that we need, or what will be the other test besides cold calling?
So you still have your cold calling, and we're just adding this on. This is not something where you're on a dollar. This is where the appointments we set up in Podio, and when we get new ones come in, I'll send it to you. If it's not doesn't work for your schedule, just let me know. But I'll tell you, like I'll let you and T know we have another appointment for this date and time, and you guys let me know if you want it or not.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
You got any questions about it, team?
As of now, sir, I'm not too familiar to this kind of um campaign, but I just want to ask, what kind of dialer are we using in calling the
This will
buyer's
not be a.
agent or the?
That's a great question. This won't be a dollar. Ali will get you access to the Gmail account so that you can use that you can use the Google Voice to call out. Ali, can you show Teen how to do all that for me?
Oh, sure. I can just record later because I'm using my phone right now.
Thank you, ma'am. By the way, sir, regarding on this campaign, I just want to ask, because before you instruct us to find for buyer's agent and realtor online on Facebook. I've tried to search on them and forward their contact information to the certified certified by VI's page. Is that the one? Is it the same? Like,
These are so I have other people doing that as well. These are the leads that
yes.
the marketers have been doing. So the marketers have been adding a lot of buyers. So you don't even have to worry about doing that anymore, team. Um,
Okay, sir.
we have the marketers and they've been getting a lot of leads. So these are the leads from them doing that. These are the people that need phone calls.
Okay, sir.
And so what I'm going to do is what I just went over with you guys. I'm going to record that into a video. When the marketers get it, they'll send them a link to watch the video. Once they watch the video, if they interested and they have more questions, that's when they'll be set up for an appointment for you guys to make a phone call to.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry. So we don't need to post on Facebook about looking for buyer's agent.
No, you don't have to do that anymore.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Okay, so since you mentioned that we're going to use Google Voice, so technically it's a manual dial, right? Do we get
It
a
is.
leads?
Yes, it's a manual dial.
All right, what about the leads, the numbers that we need to call? Is
Okay,
that
hold
is that
on.
a list?
Here we go. I'm going to put it in here. That's a good question, Ali. So these are all the leads that are in here right now. So what'll happen is you'll come into the lead and you'll scroll, get the phone number, and then you'll call their phone number from there.
Okay, got it. Maybe we should have a button there that stating that we already called them so that team will not going to call the same number.
Yes, I'll fix that and put something on here so we know who it is. And then this is the information I need you to get when you're on the phone with them. I'm sorry, I should have gone over this. I need you to verify the information, get their company name, their company address, city, state, zip, um, then how many years they've been in real estate. All this information is what I need you to get from them when you're on the phone with them.
Okay. So after we call all those leads, is that the same like 4 hours for her doing the call, or it's a flexible
This is
for
flexible. So this one will actually have on here, you'll see appointment date and time. So they're setting the appointments while they're with them.
okay. All right, but that leads refresh for adding every day, right? Another or new leads every day.
Yes, there'll be new leads every day. And what'll happen is like let's say Ali, if you're on a actually Ali, you know what? I'll work with you. You can assign them because we're going to have some other people calling as well. So you can assign the leads and who's actually making the calls. So that way it doesn't get confusing. And you can just do that every morning.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's it. But about the script, is that the old one, or do you have another new
This one
script?
is this one isn't even a script. You're just giving them a call because they were asking for information. And all you're doing is collecting this information that's on here. Let me move this around so it doesn't get confusing. Yeah, you're just collecting the information, that's all.
Oh, okay. Just collect the information. So they already know uh our company's name.
Oh, yes. Here, I can actually show you the script that they're going off of. So this is the script that they're sending via Messenger. Hi, I'm Harry with a marketing specialist from Lead Savages. Thanks for connecting. We help licensed real estate agents get 3 to 5 exclusive seller leads per week. We can help you do the same if you fit into either category. One, you have a budget of at least 350 and you would like a free look, no pay unless you're satisfied, no card information up front. Or two, you're open to working with a team or a new broker, we will supply the leads for you. Do either of these interest you? If they say yes, then that's when they create them as a lead and they set the appointment date and time.
Okay. All right. Got it.
All right, and they're not calling these people doing that. All they're doing is sending them a direct message on Facebook or LinkedIn.
Oh, okay. And then they just gonna give their phone number to call.
You got it.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then I guess they don't know the prices of our services yet, right?
Yes, because they send them before they end off. They send them the website for them to go look at.
Oh, okay. So they already know the prices of our services.
Yeah, they might not have looked at the website, but they send them the website.
Okay.
And
All
so for you to know the pricing of our services, all you gotta do is come onto our website and nope, maybe it's not up. Come to our website, leadsavages.com, and go to the pricing page, and all the information is there for you.
right. Okay. All right.
And and also let them know we only start them off, and they can't choose any of these other ones until they've been with us for a while. So we only start them off with these two programs. All right, ladies. Any more questions, comments, concerns?
I don't
Well,
have yet, sir.
yeah, for me, none so far since it was the same before.
Okay. And Tina, if you have any questions, I've done it somewhat. Just hit me or her up, and we'll help you through whatever you need help with. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies. You all have a great evening and get you some sleep.
All right. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye.